little bit of a crosswind launch here. What's going on? So today's video was supposed to be about the canyons, going up there to fly through the Star Wars Canyon, and I promise that'll come, but that is not happening today because unfortunately right now there's about 10 miles an hour of wind at 200 feet coming from the mountain, which it's gonna be real bumpy over there, and I was going pretty slow on the way out, just wasn't feeling it. But I want to give a little bit of an update post Baja. I've made it back into the US. The border crossing was super duper chill. They didn't say anything about my cat, which is good. And I'm back at the Salton Sea, which I don't want to say I'm excited about. I'm not really excited about it. It's pretty gross, but it's an okay place to fly paramotors, tell you what. So Baja. Well, first of all, I want to tell you, very soon, within the next 3 weeks, the super epic Baja full trip movie will probably be out. I really wanted to release it like actual movie, like rent out a theater or something and invite a bunch of friends in Salt Lake. But I have a super secret trip coming up, which I can't tell you about yet, but it's gonna be the most epic one yet. It's gonna be like the icing on the cake of this season of travel. I will tell you, I'm going with my buddy Mo, who I went to Saudi Arabia with, and it's gonna be a free flight trip. There won't be any motoring, unfortunately. Or fortunately, I don't know. That's the next chapter. I'm just hanging out at the Salton Sea for 2 weeks, and then headed out there and just basically editing this video and the super epic travel movie of awesomeness on the Baja trip. Now, one thing I'm like half feeling in terms of filmmaking is, look at this giant playa. There's so many awesome filmmakers now on YouTube. It's hard to feel like it's even worth, somebody's got better compositions, they've got better color grades, they've got all this stuff you think is better, and it gives you inspiration, sure, but it also gives you this sense of like, oh my god, analysis paralysis. Where do I even begin? I'm staring down the barrel of 2.5 terabytes of footage from the past 85 days, and I need to condense that to like a 45-minute movie. What? I will say a lot of these movies I see are about like their struggle as a creator, and I think a lot of it has to come with social media and exactly what I just explained. Like, we have the tools and the power and the computers, like we have the cinema camera, like literally movie cameras. We have a platform to share these movies in an unprecedented manner and get it out to millions and millions of people, to press a button. But because of that, the bar and volume of content created that is just phenomenal is so high. And I think the problem is that we consume so much of it on a daily basis that's so good that we feel like this little fish in a huge pond, where even if we throw our heart and soul into it, it's only one piece of content, and day after day you're just bombarded with an onslaught of content that's really, really good. And I think that's something we need to be aware of, at least to me as a filmmaker. But I think the amazing thing is, no matter how much better I think somebody else's work is, or how much better their color grades or camera or compositions were, it's not my perspective. I'm the only person who can share Judson's perspective. Alright, 100% backlit for the 360 camera. Dude, I'm just in the middle of like no man's land. No one wants to be here. There's nothing half a mile at least, and it's just a camper. This is just like muddy sludge, the toxic Salton Sea, which is slowly evaporating and about to be the world's largest lithium mine. It's not even slowly evaporating. Like, it feels like it was up here last year, and you could see where the water was lapping. Or maybe it just flooded because it rained. Oh yeah, there's winds up high. We need to go low. Go slow to go low. Go slow, go fast. Pull your brakes to round out exactly where you want. Hands up a little bit. Need a long-term review. I really love the thing. I fly it probably 80% of the time. It's such a good wing. The freeride is also a good wing, but it's not a great daily, especially when it's turbulent, or especially if you're just flying around like this, where you're not like really ripping it up. It's just too much, and because it's bumpy, I gotta sit here on the top the whole time. Anyway, that's what's going on. I'm gonna sign off here. Good to see you. There's gonna be some super epic cinematic content coming, and if you've been missing that, I'm excited to share it with you, and I hope you like these vlogs as well. These are practical to produce on a weekly level. The big long form stuff is absolutely not, and takes me weeks of sitting in my bus doing nothing. Anyway.